Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of the astonishing, the most merciful God, the bestower of mercy. Praise be unto God, unto whom belongeth whatever is in the heavens and on earth, and unto him be praise in the world to come, for he is wise and intelligent. He knoweth whatsoever entereth into the earth, and whatsoever come out of the same, and whatsoever descendeth from heaven, and whatsoever ascendeth thereto, and he is merciful and ready to forgive. So remember don't let them guilt trip you into worshiping some intercessor and calling upon intercession when God can forgive. Just turn to God. The unbelievers say the hour of judgment will not come unto us. Answer, yea, by my Lord, it will surely come unto you. It is he who knoweth the hidden secret, the weight of an ant, either in heaven or in earth, and it is not absent from him, nor anything lesser than this, or greater. But the same is written in the perspicuous book of his decrees, that he may recompense those who shall have believed and wrought righteousness. They shall receive pardon and an honorable provision. But they who endeavor to render our signs of none effect shall receive a punishment of the painful torment. Those unto whom the knowledge hath been given, see that the book which hath been revealed unto thee from thy Lord is the truth, and directeth into the glorious and laudable way. And this weight of the ant, and you'll see the phrase, it's the smallest weight. It is the term used for the grain of sand, what a grain of sand would weigh, that sort of thing. The weight of an ant is the smallest weight of saying. But they who endeavor to render our signs of none effect shall receive a punishment of a painful torment. And those unto whom knowledge hath been given, see that the book which hath been revealed unto thee from thy Lord is the truth, and directeth into the glorious and laudable way. The unbelievers say, shall we show you a man who shall prophesy unto you, that when ye shall have been dispersed with the total dispersion, ye shall be raised a new creature? He hath forged a lie concerning God, or rather he is distracted. But they who believe not in the life to come shall fall into punishment and a wide error. Have they not therefore considered what is before them and what is behind them of the heaven and the earth? If we please, we will cause the earth to open and swallow them up, or will cause a piece of the heaven to fall upon them, barely herein as a sign unto every servant who turneth unto God. We heretofore bestowed on David excellence from us, and we said, O mountains, sing alternate praises with him, and we obliged the birds also to join therein. And we softened iron for him, saying, make therefore complete coats of mail, and rightly dispose the small plates which compose the same, and work ye righteousness. For I see that which ye do. And we made the wind subject unto Solomon, and it blew in the morning for a month, in the evening for a month. And we made a fountain of molten brass to flow for him. And some of the jinn were obliged to work in his presence by the will of his Lord, and whoever of them turned aside from our command, we will cause him to taste the pain of hellfire. So, jinn, not genie, is the plural. Over there. Let's put that in the corner. Genie, yes. Cause him to taste the pain of hellfire. They made for him whatever he pleased, palaces and statues, and large dishes like fish ponds and cauldrons standing firm on their treps. And we said, work righteousness, O family of David, with thanksgiving. For few of my servants are thankful. And when we decreed that Solomon should die, nothing discovered his death unto him except the creeping thing of the earth which gnawed at his staff. And when his body fell down, the jinn, not genie, jinn is the plural, plainly perceived that if they had known that which is secret, and they had not continued in a vile punishment. And that doesn't say that the prophet's bodies don't decay. It just says, you know, he was kind of propped up and he died propped up. And he started to rot, so the worm came to eat. And his staff. But people have come up with this ridiculous idea that, oh, the prophet's bodies don't decay, and oh, Jesus wasn't allowed to be killed because he was a Nabi. Well, how many other Nabis before him were only Rasuls were killed? Well, that's not what was said. So images, it's not surah or thuar. The thuar, it kind of sounds like surah, but you got the thawed instead of the seen. This word's not here, so the signs, we don't know which of these symbols from ceremonial magic are the authentic ones of Solomon and David and whatnot, but it's possible that some of them have descended into use here. But they're not graven images. It doesn't say that those were made. There's that word there that it's made. Descendants of Saba had heretofore a sign in their dwelling, namely the two gardens on the right and on the left. It was said unto them, eat the provisions of your Lord, and give thanks unto him. You have a good country, and a gracious Lord. But they turned aside from what they had commanded them, wherefore we sent against them the inundation of Alcoran, the Aran floods, much like the Nile flood was a very beneficial thing. But let's okay, where's the fair land? Sail all a rim. Oh, flood released from the dam. That's what it means. Sail all rim. Yeah. And we changed their two gardens for them into the two gardens producing bitter fruit and tamarisk, and some little of the lote tree. This we give them in reward because they were ungrateful. Is any rewarded except the ungrateful? So let's compare the holy lote tree to the physical lote tree. Just like you don't say God's throne is like a physical throne that some man sits on or some ridiculous thing like that. The Koran in several ways refutes that idea. And we place between them and the cities which we have blessed, cities situated near each other, and we made the journey easy between them, saying, travel through the same by night and by day in security. But they said, O Lord, put a distance between our journey. And they were unjust unto themselves, and we made them subject of discourse, and dispersed them with a total dispersion. And the breakdown of that culture is actually resulted in Bacca starting to be called Mecca, and some other changes to Arab culture because of this migration off and towards the north. But do not pray to make your situation harder. Pray to make it, that God makes it easier, that you be able to bear it, but don't pray for difficulty. Verily here are signs unto every patient, grateful person, and at least found his opinion of them to be true, and they followed him, except a party of the true believers, and he had no power over them, unless to tempt them, that we might know them who believed in the life to come from him who doubted thereof. Thy Lord observeth all things. Say unto thy idolaters, call upon those you imagine to be God, besides God. Oh, call those whom you imagined besides God. They are not masters of the weight of an ant, and earth and heaven are on earth. Neither have they any share in the creation, this or the same, nor is any of them assistant to him. No intercession will be of service in his presence, except the intercession of him to whom he shall grant permission. And they shall wait in suspense till when the terror shall be taken off from their hearts. They shall say to the other, what doth your Lord say? They shall answer, that which is just. And he is the high, the great God. Say, who provideth food for you from heaven and earth? Answer, God. And either we or ye follow the direction or are in a manifest error. Say, ye shall not be examined concerning what we shall have committed, neither shall we be examined concerning what ye shall have done. Say, our Lord will assemble us together. Then he will judge between us with truth, and he is the judge, the knowing. Say, show me those whom ye have joined as partners with him. Say, rather, he is the mighty, the wise God. We have not sent thee otherwise than unto mankind in general, a bearer of good tidings and a denouncer of threats. But the greater part of men do not understand, and they say, when will this threat be fulfilled? If ye speak the truth, answer, a threat is denounced unto you of a day which ye shall not retard 1 hour, neither shall ye hasten. The unbelievers say, we will by no means believe in this Koran, nor in that which hath been revealed before it. But if thou couldst see when the unjust doers shall be set before their Lord, they will iterate discourse with one another. Those who were esteemed weak shall say unto those who behave themselves arrogantly, had it not been for you, verily we would have been true believers. They who behave themselves arrogantly shall say unto those who are assembled weak, did we turn aside from the true direction after it had come unto you? On the contrary, ye acted wickedly for your own free choice. And they who were esteemed weak shall say unto those who behaved with arrogance, nay, but the crafty plot which ye devised by night and by day occasioned ruin, when ye commanded us that we should not believe in God, and that we should set up as equals unto him, and they shall conceal their repentance after they have seen the punishment prepared for them. And we will put yokes on the necks of those who shall have disbelieved, and they shall be rewarded any otherwise than what they shall have wrought. We have sent no warner unto any city, but the inhabitants thereof who lived in affluence said, verily we believe not in that which with which ye are sent. And those of Mecca say, we abound in riches and children more than ye, and we shall not be punished. Answer, verily my Lord will bestow provision in abundance unto whom he pleaseth, and will be sparing unto whom he pleaseth, but the greater part of men knoweth not. Neither your riches nor your children, which shall cause you to draw nigh unto us with a near approach. Only whoever believeth and worketh righteousness, they shall receive a double reward for that which they shall have wrought, and they shall dwell in security in the upper apartments, But they who shall endeavor to render our signs of none effect shall be delivered up to punishment. Say verily, my Lord will bestow provision in abundance unto whom he pleaseth of his servants, and will be sparing unto whom he pleaseth. And so it undoes the gospel of prosperity. And it also undoes this idea that, well, I can be more pleasing to God with wealth. Well, do good with what you have. You don't have an excuse to do the wrong thing just because you're poor. Whether that's... Now, sometimes somebody's forced to eat of the unlawful, lest they starve to death, or otherwise hurt themselves by not eating. But that sort of thing is different. Now, isn't it? And whatever thing ye shall give in alms, he will return it. And he is the best provider of food. On a certain day he shall gather them together, and shall say unto the angels, Did these worship you? And the angels shall answer, God forbid. And thou art our friend, and not these, but they worship devils, and the greater part of them believed in them. And so the worshiping of other than God is not you don't serve the prophets or the angels by worshiping them. You serve something else. Ya'buduna Jinnah. And much of this angel worship is really the jinn that communicates with them. So they justify with that. Great part believes in them. On this day, the one of you shall not be able to profit or to hurt the other. And we will say unto those who have acted unjustly, Taste ye the pain of fire, which ye rejected as a falsehood. When our evident signs are read unto them, they say, This is no other than a man who seeketh to turn aside from which your fathers worshipped. And they say, This is no other than a lie, blasphemously forged. And the unbelievers say of the truth when it is come to them, This is no other than manifest sorcery. Yet we have given them no books wherein to exercise themselves, nor have we sent unto them any warner before thee. They who were before them, in like manner, accused the prophets of imposture, but have not arrived unto the 10th part of the riches and strength which ye have bestowed on the former. We've accused my apostle, and they accuse my apostles of imposture, and how severe is my vengeance. So that generation hadn't, and it'd been a while since there was a prophet, so the legacy of Jesus and anybody else that they could have heard of kind of broke down a little bit. And their nation per se, what Arab prophet before Mohammed? Abraham was a Persian. Other ones that they would have heard of and been guided. Say, verily I advise you unto one thing, that ye stand before God by two and singly, and then consider seriously that you find there is no madness in your companion, and that he is no other than a warner unto you before severe punishment. Say, I ask not of you any reward, it is your own. My reward is from God alone, and he is witness over all things. The reward for preaching is your own, either to give or give not. My reward is expected from God alone, and he is witness over all things. Verily my Lord sendeth down the truth, and he is the knower of the secrets. Say, truth is come, and falsehood is vanished, and shall not return any more. Say, if I err, verily I shall err only against my own soul, and if I be rightly directed, it will be that which my Lord revealeth unto me. For he is ready to hear and nigh unto those who call upon him. If thou couldst see when the unbelievers shall tremble, and shall find no refuge, and shall be taken from a near place, and shall say, We believe in him, but how shall they receive the faith from a distant place, since they have before denied him and reviled the mysteries of faith from a distant place? And a bar shall be placed between them and that which they shall desire, as it hath been done with those who behaved like them heretofore, because they have been in a doubt which have caused scandal. And let's return back something that just like 80 and 81 of 17, and really 68 and 69 of 16, but not so traditional. 49 here say truth has come, and falsehood can neither create nor resurrect. قُلْ جَاءَ الْحَقُّ وَمَا يُمْدِي الْبَاطِلُ وَمَا يُرِيدُ. So, interesting verse to say for traveling purposes. And